Monday, September 12th here in southern Ontario, Canada. As you can see, it's raining, so I'm rained out of any of my productive activities. Might as well ramble through a few more videos. I just made a video about Pierre-Paul Levert and a number of other things, and I mentioned Mr. Sunshine Baby and Clyde Do Something. Now, if you followed the channel for any length of time, you know I'm constantly, regularly plugging a lot of other channels. And I've plugged those guys before, as well as I like to plug some of the smaller guys. Stuttering Bob, Anna Speaks Out, I recently found from the States. Rudy Bruce, I love that guy, man. He is like the bulldog, tenacious bulldog of Canadian politics. He's never garnered a big following, but man, that guy just hammers away. Gotta love him for it. I'm envious of the numbers of Mr. Sunshine Baby and Clyde Do Something. Not jealous, but envious of their numbers. Boy, I'd love my channel to be bigger just so I could have some more revenue. Like last month, my monetization paid my phone bill the price of a cup of coffee. Now, I'm not complaining, and I certainly don't begrudge those fellas or anyone else their success. We're all on the same team, and I don't care who wears the captain's mark on the jacket. Our skates all hit the same ice, and we have a common foe. Hats off to them. Good work, gents. And everybody else who's out there. Mark Friesen, the Grizzly Patriot. The list goes on and on. But I wish I had that kind of revenue. I could hire an assistant to dive into some stuff. For example, I gotta dig for an hour, 2, to get anything out of Sri Lanka. To get anything from New Zealand, I have to go through Australia. Oh man, it's time consuming, sucks up data. For example, I see in Brazil, they're coming up to having an election for their leader. Is he called a president down there? I'm not sure. And the populace is out on the street in unprecedented numbers all across the country in support of, I believe he's the incumbent, because he literally says no WEF for us here in Brazil. I'd love to know more about what's going on there. I don't have the resources to dive into it, and I wish I did. Ditto with Holland, the Netherlands. They're blocking that. Censorship. It's getting harder and harder for me to find anything. And I have increasingly less time as well, personally, as winter comes. I put too much time into this whole channel thing all along. But that's my choice. Again, I'm not complaining. I'm not jealous of anyone else's channel. So I just wanted to make that clear. And I'll cut this video off now because I hadn't meant to ramble this long. I want to talk some more about Paul Levert and what he may and may not accomplish as Parliament opens again here in Canada next week. Appreciate the comments and the support. Really do, people. And in the last video, I'd said, Mr. Sunshine Baby had said, you'll lose subscribers if you tongue down Paul Levert. Let me summate. I meant to work this in. If you don't like something somebody says on one of their channels, don't block them. Don't unsubscribe them just because they said one thing. And I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about Mr. Sunshine Baby, the Rebel News, the True North, anything. Nobody's ever going to be spot on with your opinions all the time. I have an acquaintance associate whose politics aren't like mine, and he often tries to jab at me, give me stuff. He says all I watch is right-wing media. No, I watch the CBC and the CTV all the time. Yeah, it's a miserable pack of lies, but what they're saying is what the government wants them to say. And I want to know what that is. Yeah, I got to hold a gun to my head to make myself listen to Trudeau whenever he talks. But I want to know. So if you're watching somebody's channel, whatever that may be, an individual or an independent news channel, and you don't like what they say, don't stop listening. I listen to Tucker Carlson down in the States. Now, I don't always agree with his right-wing politics, and it's American. I'm not an American. You want to know what the enemy's doing, keep an eye on them. Don't get mad and say, well, I'm never going to listen to you again because you don't like Pierre Poilievre. You're shooting your own self in the foot, cutting off your nose to spite your face. That's what I was looking for.